then we'll take questions and we'll get a mic to you. Coach?
First and foremost, we'd like to thank all our veterans and people who served in the armed forces. Today was a special day for them, and certainly the great fans and crowd we had throughout the entire season at home. Going 6-1. Really appreciative of everything the people in the armed forces do for us, and certainly our fans for making this one of, if not the best environment in all of college football. I thought the kids responded well. I thought we played a complete game. I thought we executed at a high level in all three phases. I talked about creating explosive plays and converting on third down offensively. We were able to do that. Talked about stopping the run, making them one-dimensional, eliminating explosive plays on the defensive end and playing great in the red zone. We were able to check that box. And I talked about making a game-changing play on special teams and creating a positive field position for the offense, and we were able to do that as well on our punt coverage team. So excited about the win, and most importantly, for the senior class, their final game at Davis Wade Stadium. I know there were a lot of emotions, and for them to cap it off with a performance like this against an SEC team, couldn't be more happy for those guys for everything that they've done. For me personally this year, in the transition, and certainly over their 4 to 5 years here at Mississippi State. So hats go off for them.
Questions? We'll get a mic to you. Let's start with David in the back. Right.
Joe over here. Late in the game, I think Nick was shaking up running the ball. He came out for a play, and then his first play back, he throws a touchdown pass. I mean, did you think that kind of, in some way, kind of a microcosm embodied his toughness and everything he's done?
I like that word, yes. Absolutely representative of Nick's competitiveness and style of play, and he's a guy that's going to play 100% of the time, and like I said, him and the senior class, he's just sound cliche. He's got a bulldog spirit and bulldog toughness to him, and I think that shows up, every single game that he's between the white lines.
Robbie to the left.
Hey Joe, Jonathan Abram continues to just fly all over the field, and seemed like he really kind of was at home in that star position playing there. What kind of impact does somebody like that have on a defense, especially with the kind of the attacking style that Coach Sheep likes to run?
The first thing is I don't think you have to have a C on your chest to be a captain or a leader. And Jonathan's not a captain. He's not on our leadership council, but he's one of the best leaders on our football team. By example and emotionally, and I think he wears his emotions on his sleeves in a very good way, and I don't know that there's a guy on our team that enjoys the process more than him. He loves practice as much as he loves games, and what you see on Saturdays, what you see during the week, and for him to come out this year and kind of build off of what he's done in the past and move to the star position when he really hadn't played it, I think speaks volumes of his football IQ, kind of acumen, and his competitiveness, and certainly he's been very productive all year.
Steve in the front.
Coach, 2 questions. Can we get an update on Colin Hill, and then how would you characterize Eris Wiegman's performance today?
Excuse me. Yeah, Colin's continued to be, day to day with a lower body. I don't think we rushed him back at any point, but we want to make sure the next time that he comes back that he's 100% healthy and ready to go. So I don't want to say we're being conservative, but we want to make sure when he gets back, he's back. And then Aries, I think he had 104 yards, ran the ball hard, ran behind his pads, and he and Nick and D-Lee got in there. I thought they did a great job. I think we ran for, almost 300 yards. So, Aries is a proven commodity, productive player at this level, and, say next man in, responded with his opportunity this week.
Brett?
To follow up on Aries, what makes him such a good in-between the tackles runner? He hit the right seam, made several good choices in there. What makes him good at that?
I think, 1, his physicality and his strength. I'd say 2, his patience, particularly with inside zone schemes, allowing the blocks to develop and then read them. And then once he makes a decision to hit it, he gets downhill very quickly. And he's not a guy that he falls forward all the time. He's not a guy that one hit's going to bring him down. So I think physicality, toughness, patience, all those things.
To go back to the sequence where Nick got shaken up a little bit,
yes.
what was his complaint? What was hurting him?
No, he had something in his eye.
Okay. Oh, so there was no physical thing.
No, they had like grass and dirt and whatnot in his eye.
Were you thinking at that point, because when he goes down, you don't know he's out there, you don't know what his condition is, at least immediately. Were you Why did you let him go back in, I guess?
Well, he come off the field, and it wasn't an injury, it was something in his eye. And there were 13 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. We don't let him finish off that drive. We had to plan to get KT in on the next drive, so we wanted to let him finish it off.
Tyler?
You guys got the running backs involved pretty early today. How much did that help in Nick? I mean, he went 9 of 14 passes, so that's pretty efficient. How much did the running game allow him to do that?
Yeah, I think, you know, when we're operating at our highest level offensively, it's built off of the run. So when we run the ball successfully, you know, generally speaking, it forces people to commit numbers to the box by support or by pressure, and that gives you one-on-ones on the outside. And like I said, when we've been playing well offensively, and teams commit people to stop the run, we've been able to take advantage of the opportunities on the outside, and that happened today.
It looked like Nick's passing off the RPO was probably better than it had been all season. Was that also due to what the running game was doing, or is that just Nick sort of in a rhythm today?
Yeah, I think he was in a rhythm. You know, a lot of the stuff that we did in terms of the read game was, you know, inside zone and then a screen off of it. You know, most of the other stuff was true play action or some drop back pass stuff. He did a good job directing the protection to pick up pressures. You know, threw the ball well down the field, particularly in the second half. So I thought it was a pretty complete game for him.
Brett?
There have been times this year where the targets have been pretty concentrated to one or two wide receivers. That wasn't the case today. I mean, Osiris had 5, but nobody else had more than 3. I mean, why do you think the wealth was spread today?
Maybe a product of what the opposition was doing, Arkansas was doing defensively, and kind of the game plan where you go into it. And, when you're running the ball, obviously 2 things happen, and when you're reading it, the quarterback's going to pull it or it's going to be handed off to the running back, and then there's some that are predetermined runs to the running back. But in terms of the pass game, you know, a lot of our stuff is predicated on what coverage is being played as to where the ball goes. And I think we made a concerted effort this week in the game plan to make sure in each formation there were opportunities for the Z, the H, the Y, and the X to make plays. And I think our tight ends contributed pretty well today also.
Tyler, then Steve.
I know you guys usually like to sort of take the rest of Saturday to think about what you guys did today and not look ahead, but obviously it's a short week and a pretty big opponent. When do you guys start looking ahead to that?
Tomorrow morning. So in terms of football days, I guess as it were, you don't get a football Sunday. So tomorrow we'll come in as a staff at 7 a.m., watch this game, and then get immediately on to Ole Miss game plan, and we'll do that throughout the day. We'll have a team meeting with the kids, and then they'll have the film graded. They'll watch that on their own to allow us to, you know, formulate our game plan. Then Monday will be a Tuesday, Tuesday would be a Wednesday, and then Wednesday will be a combination Thursday, Friday. So it definitely gets thrown in the microwave there with a quick week.
Anything else? Slim?
Speaking of that, I don't know, have you had, in your coaching experience, those kind of short turnarounds before?
Oh, goodness, yes. I was in the MAC for 4 years. So y'all heard the term Maction. That was definitely Maction. So there were ones where we'd play Saturday and have a quick turnaround, play on a Thursday or Wednesday. And I can remember one of my last year there, we played on a Saturday, had a bye, and didn't play till the following Thursday. So we actually had a 20-day stretch between games. So had it on both ends. And then at UConn, we were in the Big East. We played some Thursday and Friday games as well. So yes.
There's no official record for fewest touchdowns allowed on the home field. This defense just gave up 3 all season in 7 games. Even at this stage of the first year, does this defense keep coming up with ways to surprise you and just how consistent they are?
Yeah, and I think, you know, a couple of things. You know, Coach Hoop and his staff do an excellent job putting a game plan in place. It allows our kids to, you know, play fast, play with confidence, and play with physicality. And you know, the way these kids practice, I mean, it's you know, it's something to watch. You turn the film on during the week, and it looks like a game. I mean, they're going 100% of the time. And you know, as a staff, philosophically, we always talk about practice habits being game realities, and you know, what they do during the week shows up on the film or shows up on the field on Saturday. So certainly, you know, they've you know done an unbelievable job the entire season.
All right, we'll have players shortly.